welcome to Relationship and Astrology's Love and the Planets as we discuss the May 2019 full moon in Scorpio. I'm Armand Diaz in Long Island.
And I am Margaret Gray in Dublin, Ireland. And the summer is here, Armand. I don't know about you, but we're having some lovely sunny weather, which is not really in keeping with the Scorpio full moon, but however, we'll go into that.
We have returned to winter over the last couple of days. It's 45 degrees Fahrenheit and raining and cold and gloves and hat days.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about this pretty intense full moon in Scorpio? I mean, really, it's kind of, it's as intense as a full moon can get when we go into the sign of Scorpio. So this has a lot of themes to it. I mean, there's potential for passion. There's the potential for old issues to come to the surface, maybe ex-partners, issues to do with ex-partners. What else? What else are these themes really about, do you think?
That's that's a little bit of a Venus retrograde kind of take on it, but it's true because Scorpio, things come up from the past. And so, yes, indeed. If people come back from the past, very likely it isn't all roses and unicorns. It seems like it would be something that perhaps passionate, but it would be something that would be emotionally very intense and perhaps within, as opposed to, well, I don't know, it's a full moon. Full moons stuff happens.
And also remember that the sun is conjunct Mercury. So, in Taurus, there's this whole issue. Communication is very pertinent to this moon. So even though in Taurus, it's not very extroverted communication, it's still a lot about thinking about things, what are we feeling, and what's going on kind of at a physical level as well as a reaction to this full moon. And full moons bring all our unconscious material up from underneath. And I think with this, the opposition to the sun, Mercury, it might be that we really feel things in our body. So look out for, what's going on a physical level this weekend.
Yeah, I think we're very likely to feel it on a physical level. The full moon always brings things up, and Scorpio always brings things up. And, the moon is traditionally thought of as not being terribly happy in Scorpio. And you can understand it because Scorpio goes deep and it's cutting, and the moon is cream cheese.
I'm a little biased. It's my moon, and I like my Scorpio moon. So yes, other people may find it difficult, but I kind of enjoy it, really.
If you're good with it, that's no.
So intensity.
It's an challenge. Yeah.
It's an intense moon, so be prepared for intense feelings to come up in relationships. And as we often say, be careful not to project those feelings onto the people around us, because it's very easy to start thinking, maybe even to get slightly paranoid that people are talking about us or saying things, or to, just think, to be a little hypersensitive. So really to check in with yourself and to keep grounding. That's very important, particularly because this full moon is sextile to Saturn Pluto, and we keep talking about the Saturn Pluto conjunction in all our blogs on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, do check out our Facebook page, Astrology and Relationships and Astrology. And because this conjunction really is about major transformation. So we're changing all our structures, our relationship structures, the key structures in our life, what gives us security. So a lot of these issues are going to come up with this full moon around security and relationship security. And am I hanging on to this relationship because I'm terrified of letting go? So be prepared.
There's a lot of that stuff that comes up with Scorpio full moon all the time. But this year, not only does that happen, we also have Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus. For the first time in about 70-something years, actually, that they've been conjunct in Taurus. And, over the last couple of weeks, Venus has been very busy making a lot of aspects. She has in Aries, she squared Saturn and Pluto. She sextiled Mars. She trined Jupiter. Now she's going on to meet with Uranus. And I feel that whatever the activity was leading up to that point, when she gets to this meeting with Uranus at the full moon, Which, I mean, it could be fireworks, or it could be cannon fire.
So really what you're saying, Armand, which I would also agree with, is really that it feels like a kind of a very key moment where something is likely to happen because the energies are so intense. And with Uranus, usually there's something new and unexpected. So there could be a sudden encounter with somebody very important, that has a kind of intense depth flavor about it, maybe passionate, that suddenly, eyes lock across a room. Or it could be a sudden feeling of like, I really need to get out of this relationship. It's really not for me. It's not real enough. It's not authentic enough. So it could be either way, or a sense of really wanting one's freedom, a feeling like I feel really trapped in this situation. Get me out. And that Venus Uranus gives the energy to push out and break out.
Or maybe I'm okay with you, but we need to change the way we're doing things. We need to break out of our ruts and habits and so on. Any of those possibilities, I think most people would probably have a sense which one of them is most likely for them. Although, you add in that emotionality of the full moon in Scorpio, and, you got to watch out for being reactive. You got to watch out for that kind of, I'm annoyed, and you can take that and run with it.
And also that with Uranus, it is unexpected. So we can't really plan. We may think we know, but, it could come out of the blue and really surprise us. So really the main thing is really take care of yourselves, do whatever you need in terms of self-nurturing, ground, spend some nice time in nature, particularly if you are somewhere that it's warm and you can be outdoors, because it is a weekend. So it could easily be a date night for people. So people are likely to be with, the ones they care about, whether it's close friends or family or loved ones, partners. So it does have that added feel to it. If it's in the middle of the week, we might be busy with our work more so.
Wow, actually be a hell of a first date, wouldn't it?
I was just thinking that. I was thinking, oh, that's kind of interesting. So if you are on your first date, let us know how that goes. We'd love to hear about it. And talking about first things, we, of course, our relationship and astrology course is starting in September. If you haven't signed up already, please do. We're getting absolutely flooded with emails this particular week for whatever's going on. People are signing up, so do check it out. Yeah, because there is only a few spaces left, and we'd love to have you on the course. And we'll see you next month for the new moon in June. Goodness, we're right into summer then.
Yes. Hopefully it'll be summer here.
Take care, Armand.
Bye-bye, Margaret.
Bye-bye.